Alright, second demo for the Photoshop. We like to have a little review, which is we create new pages. And again, this will be your name and this will be your project 1 and we'll put your 1. Letter size, double check, and 300 dpi RGB color mode. Just have a one look over there and then we'll have a blank pages that's ready to go. Because last time that I was work on, every settings will probably stay in the same toolbar, drop down menu, and my panels. Um, Again, I'll go file and then I'll place embed and then we'll bring a sketch. This time I like to demo um, the one that is coloring at the computers, not with a color pencil. I mean, maybe color pencil the skin. So I'll bring the one that is just the colored skin tones by hand, and then I want to color the outfit in the computers. Again, I embed my images. In this stage, I can make this larger. Go to the corner, hold the Shift key to stay in the proportions, and then we'll set the image by hit the Enter key. Now, right here, again, we have images locked because it's placed it. We can rasterize, which is right click and right click over here, rasterize it. So it's all blank. I can just start right here, but just for the little safety features, I always like to copy the layer, Command J. So I have a layer copied right there. Now I were doing a level. I start to using a shortcut now, Command L, and then you got the levels out. I want to make it lighter, and then I can have a midtones darker, a little bit like play with it, so you can find the very happy mediums right there. As you see in here that we have auto right here, so you can click that auto and then computer will find the best for you. After that, and then you can kind of do it but manually. So you can hit the auto first and then you can do it manually. It's up to you. Now I have cleaned the images. I want to color this. First one that I like to use is paint bucket tools. So usually the paint bucket tools will share a slot with a gradient tool. So it's underneath, looks like a bucket with a paint falling down. Then I can pick a color. See this color panel at the toolbar. You can click that color and then you can change it to whatever color you like. You can pick the spectrum and you can pick a color here. Maybe I like a lighter color, and then I can click right at the layer. I can color things easily. I have a little issue, which is if I were color this, it color whole pages, which is kind of difficult. The reason why is because you see that I were zoomed in and then you see there's gap in between. So I use the paint bucket tool and the paint is falling off from that little gap. So what I can do is in that layer I use brush tool and then I use the black and I can just draw a line to close that gap. The line's blurry. I can change my brush stroke on the top right here. I do the general brush and then I do the hard brush, so it's not a blurry edgy. See, it's a little too thick and size controls on the top right here. So it's nice that I can close that right here. And now after that, I use paint bucket tool. My swatch is right here, so I can easily pick a color there. So it's a filled color. These paint bucket tools were useful for solid area, but sometimes it taking a long like this because it's not it it feel the solid shape. So here is a different way that I can do. Instead of using paint bucket tool, I can use brush tool. So here, let's pretend that have a, I don't have anything but original. So here is my original. Here I'm gonna be hide that. Here this eye icons were nice that I can hide that. So here's my original. Again, I make a copy of the original, so my originals is always there. Um, Command L for level. Again, I can level it. Slightly darker, slightly lighter. Um, every pages were a little different, so you have to find a really good happy medium for that. So I did a level, so it's clean. Now I create new layers, which is the button next to the trash can. So I click that and then I got empty layer. And then I use brush tool. I like to have a bigger brush right here. And then I was coloring approximately the closed area like that. The key for this is it have to have separate layer. So you see when it's zoomed in, it's covering on the top with a brush tool, just a regular brush tool covering on the top, but the detail is underneath and you have hard time to see that. We can change that by one click right here at the layer. We want to change the layer style normal, which is opaque, to multiply. Ta-da! So you see it become a transparency. You see all the detail. Now I can change my tool to eraser tool, and then I can also making slightly bigger erasers, and then I can erase the things that I don't want it to be there. I can do erase on this. Let's say I erase a little too much and then I want to go back and then I want to color it. Again, back to the brush tool and you can color it. Again, I'm out. Eraser tool, the shortcut for change your tool to eraser to brush is letter E. Just the letter E will turn to the erasers and letter B turn to the brush. Letter B turn to the brush. My brush size is too big. Here I can always change it on the top, so I can do the detail with this brush. Here we are. We'll do a little more, which is I'm gonna be picking up different color, and I make my brush size bigger, and I go over. Not worry about getting out because I have eraser, letter E. I got eraser, I can do it. As you see that I use the zoom tool, if you are zooming, you can get all the detail you want. Again, zoomed in and zoom out. Here's a shortcut for the zoom in and zoom out. Command minus, zoom out, command plus for zoom in. Command 0 will give you the full screen. Now it's good. It colors nice. But what I can also do more, which is I can use Dodge tool and Bond tool. They were not in a toolbar, they were in this dot slot. So if you are edit toolbar, you can customize your toolbars. Um, I can find Dodge tool and Bond tool, and then I can add it to right here. So they were in a set. They were in a slot on the top right here. So now it's in the toolbar. So I can hit the done. Dodge tool making things light. So I zoomed in so you can see here the dodge tool and making things light. Here on the top, I can making my brushes powerful. I put 100, and then see I go over. It make things slightly light. I can also making this to like, is this strong enough, or it changes, slightly changes. Not like you can see the best, but I can change it to like different setting. You can have a slightly light on this, and then I can also dodge some of the top, but you may see the little difficulty to the dodge to the light color because there is nothing to dodge. We have opposite of the dodge, which is bond tool. So again, I can change that to highlight. I can it's just making areas where slightly darker, so it looks like a shadow. Again, dodge and bond. The light colors, you may need to use the bond tools. So I can coloring like that. So dodge and bond tool, both of those tools were very easy to use, and then you can also come back and then do it more. But you can also do more detail with just the brush tool, and then I can pick up in a swatch. I can pick up similar color, and then I can use softer brush, and then I can get to more rendering with a softer brush right here. Similar to here, similar technique that I'm using. Whoa. I want to focusing in here. Brush tool, and then I can use lighter color. So it's a soft brush. It's not special. It's just a soft brush. So you can choose as a highlight. Some of you guys already having some fun with a different type of brush. We have a mixer brush, which is it blend two things together. So you see that it's like a smoothie. It blending things together. So mixer brush is something that you can also I can pick red so you can see how that works. So I can be mixing top of my yellow. Again, it can goes out. We always have an eraser to clean up. Again, this is all work because I have a separate layer. So here you are that I can simply making my clothes a little more dimensional, like 3-dimensional by brush light and dark. Let's save it. File, save as. Now I save this as Photoshop file first for changing later. And then I can also save as JPEG for submit the file. I can put that as 2, different name. So I can put around 2 megabyte. Good. And now you will see I have here is the computer render with the color pencil textures were there. Burst. Then you can compare that. I've done everything in the color pencils right here. And then again earlier that I did just a level. That's right here. So you see the difference like between